All right, it says we're live right now. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. How y'all doing? Hold on, let me turn my mic, turn my screen on. Can you all see me? Good morning. Everybody got their coffee? Okay, I saw the chat. Okay, here we go. Wrong. We're on live here. Okay, here we go. You're in for a treat. Here we go. It was fun researching this. Today is July 24th, 2022. This is the last part of our July focus. Today we are talking about identifying Karen-possessed humans. Part 1. You must be out of your mind if you think we're going to cover this in one session. So, identifying Karen-possessed humans. Y'all probably know some of them. So the show intentions is to assist individuals who are currently Karen-possessed or to assist individuals who have loved ones possessed with this demon-filled energy. Part 1 aims to identify the issues, and part 2, 3, and 4, and maybe even more, will be dedicated to surviving and thriving through this energy virus. All right, here we go. God is the creator of peace, or the creator of peace is considered a or the God. But one ingredient of the birth of the duality of peace are Karen energies. The men that come out of Karen energies are men of all races and cultures. I'm going to say that again. The men that come out of Karen energies are men of all races and all cultures who were affected by the first humans mounted by Karen energies. Y'all know what mounted is, right? You can be right here and you mount a horse, right? You mount a horse. Well, spirits or energies, what are vibrations, they mount humans. Okay? So, the men that come out of Karen energies are men of all races and cultures who were affected by the first humans mounted by Karen energies. But due to time, we won't have any time to talk about those humans. But maybe in the near future, maybe in a part 3 or 4. But I have researched this topic for decades. And it makes me happy to finally see the public finally talking about this energy or vibration or spirit that some make fun of. So some people make fun of Karen energies. But Emmett Till's family, they don't make fun of it. They actually take this topic very seriously, if that makes sense. So this is how my research journey began when it comes to even understanding this Karen energy. So I received a prophecy over my life a little over 2 decades ago. And it told me the older ages that I would receive the kind of successes that I knew I was born for. And shout out to everyone who was the first sperm cell in the human race. Shout out to y'all. So again, we was born for all of this, literally. So they also told me that everything I do will be in vain until the age of 30, and then another number that I'm not going to disclose. Literally, everyone will hate on you. This is what they told me. And again, it took me a while to really understand that this was actually a real prophecy. But it was like, everybody's going to hate on you because you're going to try things that's out of your time. And I said, you're right, because I don't even believe this. You can't stop me. You can't see, you can't give me, again, I said I'm going to achieve what I want to achieve at that young age. And this actually ended up being right. It was like, so literally everyone's going to hate on you because you can't make anything happen outside of its most purposeful timing, no matter how good it is. If it's out of perfect timing, then everyone will hate it until it's time to love it or at least support it. So I would then try everything, right? But in the so-called beefs and sabotages that I was going through, I would study the ages, the signs, the zodiacs of my haters and detractors and other people's haters. So not only did I study my haters, I studied other people's haters. Like, I really got in there, asked questions, and we really got it in. So I purposely told a lot of my business, and I thoroughly studied my dualities and my haters at that time. Think about it. That's happening at that time. That's actually a blessing. Everybody hating on you. Start getting think about it. There's law enforcement agencies that create research and create, like, identify. They identify, what it is. So study your dualities. They have patterns. So amongst the many hater energies to study and research, I found that Karen energy. Remember, we talking about Karens. That Karen energy was one of the most effective with trying to destroy or sabotage women, men, and families. How could one know this? I say you don't judge women and men who are affected by this terrible energy. You study the karma of women and men affected by this demon mind energy. Demon mind energy. Look, my haters wanna say something. You see, Jason is being spooky again. Now he's talking about demon mind energy. I am a Christian, and that is spooky, Jason. And I say, well, go to 2 Corinthians 10, 4 through 5. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds. Well, you said demon mind energy. That's just energy. What's up with the mind? Well, you didn't let me do the second scripture. The second scripture says, casting down imaginations, you kind of imagine up here, and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ. So I'm just throwing this out there to y'all. Demon mind energies is Karen energies. We're going to go deeper into that. Ephesians 6:12 says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers. Tell me the colors of these. Because everybody thinks Karen is a color, like of a particular woman who does something. That's just getting highlighted of the particular woman who does that with that particular energy. That energy rocks with all races and colors of women and men and children. They have baby Karens too. Not the British Knights, not those BKs. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood. So say not to wrestling. Because think about it. We're warring with each other. Racism. Let all those people do that. Because those people are so low. Because again, according to the scriptures that they believe in, we wrestle, yes, against flesh and blood. No. We wrestle not against flesh and blood. So shout out. Put your hands down. Put your hands down. You're going to use your mind, I promise you. Put your hands down. According to this scripture, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, and against rulers. Yeah, y'all fighting each other, and again, there's rulers out here trying to kick y'all ass spiritually. Rulers, again, according to the scripture, rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in low places and high places. Okay, so again, we're talking about Karen energies. Well, I truly believe that being possessed by these energies makes the host extremely arrogant. So I've never met a humble Karen. So I have a joke for you. How does a Karen possessed, so a possessed Karen, how does a possessed Karen screw in a light bulb? And if you get this joke, you'll literally understand how they think. I promise you. How does a possessed Karen screw in a light bulb? Check this out. The Karen possessed person holds the light bulb still and waits for the world to revolve around them. If you can get that joke, you will understand what it feels like to be possessed with the Karen energy. They don't screw in light bulbs. They say, come on, world, revolve around me. Now, this never happens, but that's how they screw in light bulbs. I don't know if y'all knew that or not. Okay, okay, Jason, you kind of get me with this. Give me a general Karen definition. Okay, I'm going to give you a general Karen definition that I did not make up. I did not make this up. It's an obnoxious, middle-aged white woman. A Karen is generally stereotyped as asking to speak to retail managers or restaurant managers. They really want to speak to the managers. To voice complaints, to make demands, and just being nagging. They said they're often divorced and fighting really hard like a politician. You know how politicians be doing their hands like this? They're often divorced and they're fighting hard to get others divorced and miserable like them. Or they are married to an extremely weak beta male with no backbone. Now, that's what I guess y'all thought I was going to talk about. And I was like, no, that's a cool definition. But I'm like, my definition is more of, and again, we'll keep it, I'll intertwine it to a certain extent, but any form of obnoxious behavior. So not just obnoxious behavior. Any form of obnoxious behavior is just one out of a lot. Just one byproduct of being vibrationally, spiritually, or energy possessed, woman or man or woman. Karen energy makes the host, or makes its host, watch this, an enemy of peace, cooperation, reasoning, balance, harmony. Yeah, I'll just stop there. And harmony. Here we go. So a Karen energy possessed person makes the host. So just say a Karen energy jumped at me. It automatically makes me an enemy of peace. Peace cannot live around a Karen possessed person. Cooperation cannot live in the same house as a Karen possessed person. Reasoning, balance, and harmony. Now remember, the energy loves to mount males with no backbones. I thought Karen was just for a woman. And karma comes differently to Karen possessed humans though, too. So let's talk about the karma that comes and how they even create the karma. So the general definition of karma is in Hinduism and Buddhism, the sum of a person's actions and in previous states of existence. So your past lives, viewed as deciding your fate now and in future existences. Okay, so I never wait around to see a Karen possessed person's karma. You know why? Because this so-called karma lives inside of them. So imagine being them. Isn't that karma enough? Karma only comes naturally and organically in macros and micros. So karma only comes naturally and organically. Karma, cause and effect, are reaping and sowing, are the true justice system for the innocent. I'm gonna say that again because I know a lot of Karen energy possessed people like to destroy people's lives or try. Karma, look, you want to call the cops? I'm giving you the name of the cops that's gonna fight your battles. I say from right now to the end of the transfer. I'll say it like that. Until the end of the transfer. So karma, cause and effect, or reaping and sowing are the true justice system for the innocent. Now, how much do we really know about the law of karma? I'll give you a little bit. There is no statute of limitations on karma. Karma does not require anyone's address. Karma knows exactly where you are. Karma, there's no menus. Everyone gets served exactly what you deserve. So there's no menus. You don't need a menu there. Many humans have made very bad credit decisions, and those decisions are connected to their credit karma. Now, have you ever earned an altercation with the worst energy that mounts humans? That sounds like you've earned Karen karma. Now, can a Karen energy mounted female or a Karen mounted energy male be reformed? Now, is Karen energy a color of a person? Or is Karen energy an energy that acts in different ways, in different colors of women and men? I like number two. Number two sounds more mature and just adult. Again, is Karen energy a color of a person, or is Karen energy an energy that acts in different ways, in different colors of women and men? Uh-oh, my haters want to talk. Okay, Jason, why should we even care about Karens or Karen energy? That wasn't that bad, haters. Well, everyone talks so bad about white supremacy, but fails to see that white supremacy comes out of Karen energy. Literally, no pun intended. In school, I grew up around Karen teachers, Karen parents, and Karen students. And I studied their thirst for human sabotage. Until this day, the best defense against the Karen energies is to stay on your divine path. No, seriously. I just focus on myself and do what I... No, it can get you. Stay on your divine path. Why should I stay on my divine path? Because your path can destroy them. And you don't even have to turn around and do what you want to do. Because I know everybody want to... A Karen possessed person makes you want to do something to them. Because they know how to push. They know how to poke the bear. And then they know how to take a selfie when the bear's claws come out. They know how to poke. They can literally poke 5,000 times. And then when the claws come out, they can take a selfie of them getting hurt. You see what I went through with this bear? I just came home and I just asked the bear, did you want something to eat? And look what the bear, and people will believe that. So, no, Karen energy, a Karen possessed person can just they're really good at sabotaging. They love it. They literally be like, oh. And we'll go into that. Now, to get them back, this is how you get them back. And again, I said this on DJ CJ Muhammad show, and I'm going to say it again because I haven't thought of anything better than that, so I'm going to stay with that. For all the people with children, you want your children to walk on their divine path, right? Like whatever they're supposed to be, you really want them to be. Like, you'll do anything you can for them to do that, right? Well, guess what? You were the first sperm cell in the human race because you have a divine path. So if you get on your divine path and you are doing and living your purpose and living out your purpose, and somebody tries to sabotage that, by the time you even try to retaliate, the creator of that divine path already acts because for anybody to sabotage you or even worry about you, guess who had to step off their path to even look what you were doing? So you can literally take them out by going further and farther, because guess what? They got to chase. You can kill a sabotager, because guess what? They're going to follow you on your path, your divine path, for years. Some people for years. So by the time they even snap out of that, they have lost so much of their life following you on your yellow brick road. So at the end of the day, if somebody tries to hurt your child or your loved one on their path, they're going to have a problem with the child and they're going to have a problem with you. You stay on your divine path. Whoever tries to sabotage you has a problem with you and the creator of your divine path. I promise you, it just stops there. I promise you. Nobody is above the laws. So the law of duality and cause and effect, please. So, surviving a Karen. Remember, my definition of a Karen energy is any form of obnoxious behavior is just one byproduct of being vibrationally, spiritually, or energy possessed woman or man. Karen energy makes the host an enemy of peace, cooperation, reasoning, balance, and harmony. Now remember, this energy loves to mount males with no backbone. Now, this is funny, and I'm not trying to be funny, but this is funny. Places and people where Karens do the most of their caring. Did you just say caring? Yeah, you heard of caroling and shopping and partying? Well, these are places of people where Karens do most of their caring. So, these are let me see the manager people. These are customer service rep nightmare people. These are human resources nightmare people. These are I'm telling at work people. These are I'm telling anywhere people. These are people that I am telling because this allows me to get people in trouble, energies type people. These people literally love to see other people get in trouble type people. If that makes sense. Now, it's some Karens probably right now, the energy possessed people probably going like this when they see this. Well, let's talk about your children. Because I was studying literally children of different cultures surviving. They were literally like surviving a Karen parent. And it sounded like, oh, that's cute, a Karen parent. And then they see how they spell Karen and they was like, oh, they talking about those Karen parents. So from all the hours of research that I've done on that particular topic, what I've got the consensus thoughts from with a Karen child, is their children are mortified. You ready? And despise the way their parents treat people and strangers. Their children are very embarrassed by the scenes that their caring, possessed parents or relatives cause. Now, again, imagine this. Imagine you going out somewhere and you just trying to, hey, I'm just trying to be on the low, and your caring parent, male or female, goes off on everybody and everybody's looking at y'all and you're mortified. You're like, oh shoot, this is super embarrassing. Oh my God. But the parent is like, it's feeding them. And remember, I told you how a Karen screws it, the light bulb. It waits for the earth to revolve around the light bulb that it's holding. The Karen parent or the Karen energy possessed person thinks that everybody's on their side and they are going to tell that manager or they're going to get somebody in trouble. So the children are mortified. So they got to wait till they get older to like, and they say they feel freer when they're out of that type of environment. And they'd like to give their parents a piece of their mind. Or they copy Karen. Not copycats, they copy Karen. That energy. Okay, so here's a question. Can a Karen energy be used right? Because I do believe in the law of duality. And I believe a Karen possessed person can be used right if you use them right. And this is how you can use a person possessed with that energy. You can use that endless argumentative energy for activism against causes that will end up on the right side of history. So that's pretty safe. I like to argue all the time. Well, argue a cause. Watch this. I do argue a cause that will end up on the right side of history for a long time. There's a lot of causes. There's a lot of causes. Don't that sound like but there's a lot of effects tied to those causes. So we're talking about a cause that has long-term good effects. And then number two, you can use that energy to help decrease depression in youth versus co-creating depression in youth and in families. A Karen possessed person will cause so much depression in families and in the youth. So imagine a Karen possessed person just being like, I am fighting depression in the youth. That's a good way to use that possession, that unbelievable energy. So let's look at the ingredients for Karen energies. So the key ingredients for Karen energies, but definitely not limited to. So again, I know this. I didn't say limited to. So again, no, I did say limited to. Here we go. Number one, entitlement energy. Entitlement. The belief that one is inherently deserving of privileges or special treatment. Yeah, let's put entitlement in there. Number two, selfish energy. Of a person, action, or motive. A person, action, or motive lacking consideration for others. Who cares about others? A person, an action, or a motive lacking consideration for others. Now think about it. We're all taught to do that. Come on, it's my space, it's my page, it's my scene, it's my phone, it's my... So of a person, action, or motive lacking consideration for others, concerned chiefly with one's own personal profit or pleasure. Yeah, but put that in there. We about to create this, Karen. Number three, quick-tempered energy. Easily made angry. Good morning. What you mean? Hey, you left your gas tank open. What? You're trying to rob me. How did you know that? Because the first quick thought came to me, and I'm really angry all the time. So you gonna go with your first quick thought? Has that worked out for you in the past? No. Every time I think quick, it ruins my life, and I'm gonna do it again. Number four, sabotage energy. Deliberately destroy, damage, or obstruct something, especially for political or military advantage. I don't know why y'all act like this doesn't have a cause and effect tied to it. Cause we saying it in a certain way, but how's your motive? Cause I tell politicians that. No, we saying it like this. How's your motive? You can't hide that. How's your motive? Well, the way we hide it on paper, how's your motive just now? Because energy can't be destroyed, it's only transferred. So how is your motive now? Oh, my motive is trash. Okay, you're going to transfer that with the project. No, I won't, because the way I'm saying it. Number five, liar energy. A person who tells lies. It's pretty easy. Number six, we going to make this Karen possessed person. Divider energy. A person or thing that divides a whole into parts. A family. You see what I'm saying? Communities. See what I'm saying? Shoot, gender roles, whatever. A divider energy, a person or thing that divides a whole into parts. You can't be parts without a whole. 7, demeaning energy. Causing someone to lose their dignity and the respect of others. Yeah, we need some of that. Number 8, curious energy. Curious energy. Eager to know or learn something. Yeah, we need curious energy. And number 9, because again, not limited to, we can go farther. I'm stopping at 9. Manipulator energy. A person who controls or influences others. Watch this. In a stupid way. In a clever or unscrupulous way. All right. Let's drink this up. I hope I don't have Karen energy right now. Karen energy is very sensitive to logic. Logic's in the room. I feel I'm itchy. Like Superman was to kryptonite. Or like many older people are to cryptocurrency. Karen energy makes the host need and crave. Here we go. Food, arguments. A Karen energy possessed person, they need and they crave arguments. They really need and crave the need to complain to people in charge. Who's in charge? You know how you throw up? Well, a Karen possessed person, when they go somewhere, they just have to like, oh my God, I gotta tell y'all everything y'all doing wrong. If the host of the Karen possession is not getting other humans in some type of trouble, the Karen energy torments the host more severely until someone gets into some type of trouble. Y'all got to start feeling sorry for these Karens because, again, they're tormented. If they can't get somebody in trouble, they literally could break out in hives. Now, again, Jason said they all break out in hives. I didn't say that. I said some of them could break out in hives because they're being tormented to get somebody in trouble. Karen energy loves to jump on unhappy females and males. Watch this. Who are busy. Often, actually, with a lot of time on their hands. No. There's some busy Karens out here. Don't get it twisted. There's some busy Karens. But Karen energy loves to be like, oh my God, you're unhappy. And you have a lot of time on your hands. Oh my God, we better start complaining. So this demon energy likes its host to have a lot of free time. Because we got to play. We got to spend time together. So, to properly know that a human has been taken over with Karen energies is they have a strong need to be offended by any, every, and all things. Why you wipe your eye like that? And you're like, no, I just got some dust in my eye. And they're like, why'd you wipe your eye like that? I'm offended. And you're like, no, I got something in my eye. You're like, and they're like, so you're laughing at my pain, and you're like, whoa, you're different. Now I'm being extreme, but at the end of the day, I promise you, there's extreme, different. There's levels of Karen possessed people. So, they have a strong need to be offended. It's like it's going on lunch, and I haven't been offended by something. Check my temperature. No, I'm pretty normal. And people are messing up everywhere. I see just mistakes everywhere. Do you see the mistakes in the mirror? No, I don't look there. But everywhere else, I find mistakes. You don't look in the mirror? No. Everywhere else, though, I'll get the mistakes. Okay, Karen possessed person. So, if you mix Karen energies with naivety, so you're naivete. So Karen energies and being naive, you mix that up. Those two ingredients are some ingredients for the most disrespectful person on the planet. Imagine being entitled and imagine being naive about it. When a person is possessed with Karen energies, and if they don't get their way, so say they don't get their way, say a Karen doesn't get their way, to their level of getting their way, then they will go into a hysterical meltdown. I promise you. And again, these meltdowns always come when all of their tactics don't work. So I promise you're not gonna see that in the beginning. And if you want to know when you'll see it is, I'll give you a general methods used by a Karen possessed human. I'll give you 4. No, I'll give you 5. Level 1. When you meet a Karen possessed person, like a Karen, They coming in with supreme arrogance. Y'all know who I am? Remember, that's just level 1. So it's like if you were boxing, that's their first punch. So you got to make it past their first punch. Like, that's really the best they got. I promise you. Supreme arrogance. They will tell you to drop your reality and to instantly jump into their reality as their supreme servant. Did I blink? No, they really believe that. So that's level 1. Level 2 of that energy possession, that demon energy possession. Level 2 is if they are still losing to truth. Because remember, to get to level 2, they got to be losing to truth. So if they are still losing to truth, they will become very argumentative and combative. Level 3. If they are still losing to truth, they may become violent. Because I'm losing the truth. Somebody gotta bleed. Also, so I'm still losing the truth. I'm whooping everybody in here. Oh, so I'm still losing the truth. Because I'm trying to win. Now, level 4, there's millions of other factors. And I would love to bring up in future lectures. But due to time, I will skip to the lovely end of Karen energy possession. Last level. Hysterical meltdowns. And this is due to the current energy programming in their minds that they always believed in. Watch this. Now turning into falsehood, which instantly crumbles their delusional worlds. That they have literally, they literally have to cope, or they literally have to cope with finding out that the earth revolves around the sun and not around them. Now I promise you, and y'all might be laughing, but they're literally like, hold on. It says here that the sun revolves around, the earth revolves around the sun. I was raised that the earth and the sun and the universe revolves around me. Make that make sense. It's really hard for Karen energies to find out that everyone on earth is not dedicating their lives to fixing their problems. What you mean, their own problems? No, my problems. I don't know why everybody in the world is not like dedicating their lives to making sure I'm cool today. And you're like, whoa, that's weird. That's backwards. No. It's so backwards that if you even spell Karen backwards, it comes out to Nurak. And I literally was bored one day and I said, let me see what Nurak says. And according to some searches, so I don't know how long this is going to last, but if you go to Google and type in Karen backwards, which is Nurak, it actually describes a better acting person. It's hilarious. Because a Karen energy is like a bad acting person. So I was just like, let me see what Nurak says. It actually describes a better acting person. It's super funny. Now, Winston Churchill said a fanatic. Now remember, a fanatic is not a good person. So a fanatic is one who can't change his mind and won't change the subject. I said that was bars, Winston Churchill. Now I'm going to say this again. Winston Churchill said a fanatic is one who can't change his mind and won't change the subject. How is it that someone can have their basic psychological or physiological, let's just say that. How is it that someone can have their basic physiological needs met? Now again, this person has their physiological needs met. They're met. But none of their psychological needs met. That's what a Karen possessed female and male tends to be like. A true Karen is someone that has everything they need to survive and thrive, but instead is still miserable. They are also working to destroy the saying, and again, y'all know this saying that the customer is always right. Karens are working to destroy that. They are, y'all about to ruin that right in America. I'm being sarcastic, but the customer is not always right when you're dealing with that energy. So it's even crazy to where they even got an acronym to Karen. So K-A-R-E-N. K-A-R-E-N. The K stands for know your rights. The A stands for accuses everyone. The R stands for request a manager. The E stands for escalate to the authorities. And A, if they had a game to where it's like who can call the cops the quickest, a Karen possessed person will always win that game. They will call, the cops will even tell you like, They could even probably tell you the shirt that the Karen is wearing. They have close relationships with them. You know, when a bird or an insect hits your window in certain, houses, Karens call the cops for that. So E of Karen stands for escalate to authorities, and then N stands for neglect reason. So K, know your rights. A, accuse everyone. R, request a manager. E, escalate to the authorities. And then N, neglect reason. Reason? Who needs reasoning? Who needs reasoning? Get that out of here. No, we gotta even say it like Boston. Get at it. So in 2022, common sense is being purposely replaced with victimhood, tolerance, and emotional trauma. It's just a fact. Victimhood, tolerance, emotional trauma. Now, once a group of people who have been possessed with Karen energies, they will work alone. Because it's all about me. Watch this. But when their beliefs are rebuked, they will gather and hunt in packs. They don't retreat. They regroup. But they fight with lies and deceit. So again, you got to just wait up for their karma and reaping and sowing. Because the weapons that they fight with turn on them. Yeah, that's what we're going to go with. The weapons that they fight with, lies and deceit, those are weapons that turn on you. So imagine, and the bullets being like, and actually killing people. But then coming back and being like, oh, shoot, it wasn't meant for y'all. So the bullets will come back and heal the people that it hit and then hit the original shooter. Shout out to Jay-Z. He said, y'all respect the one that got shot. I respect the shooter. But that was opposite of what Jay-Z said for this particular description. The shooter, the victims got healed by the bullets, and the shooter eventually ended up getting shot, because if you fight with lies and deceit, those bullets are coming back to you bigger, faster, and stronger. So again, once a group of Karens have been possessed, they will work alone. But when their beliefs have been rebuked, they will gather and hunt in packs. They don't retreat. They regroup. They fight with lies and deceit. These animal terms were purposely used because guess what? Karen-possessed humans are avid pet lovers. The psychopathic, that's what we'll say. This psychopathic energy tells its host that life should be perfect for them. Why? Simply because they exist. So they literally go like this: I'm alive. Come on, perfection. Come to me now. I plan to be happy always. Never argue with a female or male possessed with Karen energies, because you will never beat them with logic. This is simply because they're not here for any logic. So I don't know why you're trying to be logical. They're not even here for that. They're here for the wildest roller coaster rides that they can take everyone on. They are operating purely off of adrenaline and emotions. Adrenaline and emotions. Or energy in a chaotic motion. That's what I like to call it. So the possessed Karen knows that you want a logical outcome. So you're arguing logic, and this is what a possessed Karen person is saying. You want a logical outcome? They will work hard to never give it to you. Well, at least until their demon possession is over or wears off. So many women possessed with Karen energies will break down in a hysterical episode if they don't get their way. Many men possessed with Karen energies will break down in a hysterical episode if they don't get their way during a public or private meltdown. So if you're involved with them, you're going to get it during the private meltdown. If they're not getting their way to a certain extent in public, you'll see some public displays of grown people literally losing it. So we're still working on this science, but we're starting to be able to prove that to be eligible for a Karen energy possession, it likes people who are out of shape. It likes people who are unhappy with life. It loves divorce. It loves people who are alone. So if you treat it like a predator in the wild, you don't see a lot of animals be like, man, it's just me. I do my own thing. Now, there's animals that do that, but it's not safe. It's not safe. So this energy really likes working in unhappy people. Remember, this energy loves unhappy people. So I'm still trying to make this an exact possession description. And you never know. We could do this in part 2, part 3, part 4. You never know. So many of my psychologist friends that I've spoken to about people possessed with Karen energies, they say they don't suffer from envy. They say Karen possessed people suffer from not feeling important. So they will tear down, break down, and shut down people and places that make them feel unimportant. I don't feel important here. So when dealing with a Karen possessed person, try not to look them in the eye. Never show emotion because your emotions feeds the demon in them. One way to know that you are with a Karen possessed person is they will completely lack the ability to show accountability with the opposite sex. And this goes for males and females. Western society encourages Karen possessions, and the legal world promotes and protects certain humans to become possessed with this demon energy. But if you really want to feel sorry for someone, feel sorry for the children of adults possessed with Karen energies. They have it worse because they have to be around it 24/7. 24 hours, 7 days a week. Caring is the verb form of Karen possessed person clocking into work. Some people go fishing, some people go camping, some people go shopping, and many other demon possessed people go out caring. Should we start looking at this crisis in a verb form? Absolutely. So some say being a minimalist to avoid having to work a so-called normal job due to the fact that many of these silly employers, they love hiring possessed people with Karen energies. I do believe that. I think it's like an invisible part of the application to where management is run by a lot of people possessed with this Karen energy. Like Karen energies love to work through people that lack holism or a holistic perspective of life. So people with a holistic perspective of life, Karen energies don't really fight them like that. You see what I'm saying? So Karen energies love to work through people that lack holism. So this co-creates a sick world called entitlement. When you lack holism, you become entitled, or you could become entitled, which tricks the host into believing that they are merely fighting for what the world owes them. I'm just fighting for what the world owes me. I'm here. How did you get here? No, I'm here. Since many Karens claim the Christian religion, the Bible clearly states that God is the creator of a sound mind and an evil Karen mind. Jason, no you didn't. Well, look up Isaiah 45:7. I form the light and I create darkness. I make peace and I create evil? Who does this? I, the Lord, do all these things. Now, again, I'm not older than Isaiah 45:7, so I didn't make that up. So again, Isaiah 45:7, I form the light and I create darkness. I make peace and I create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. Some of these things, all of these things, a little bit of these things, all of these things. That makes sense. So if God is testing you with a Karen-possessed individual with an evil mind, then pray, fast, and work towards access to God's counter mind that has and will always win that fight. It's also connected to the mind that deals with right truths. So again, if God creates darkness and makes peace and creates evil, then again, maybe you should pray, fast, and work towards access to God's counter mind. The counter mind. What's the fighting record of the counter mind? Well, the fighting record of the counter mind has and will always win. And it's also connected to the mind that deals with right truths. I'm going to close it there. Thank you for joining me for another Sunday Bars presentation. Looking forward to building with you next time. Peace and love. Let's work. Let's work. Let's work. Let's work. Peace.